Yes, sir.
Coach, what was your reaction to the film, just looking back on CSU?
I thought we had some opportunities that slipped through our hands early in the game. I was real proud of the guys for starting the game with a 3 and out. Played really fast. Still had, really set up the first touchdown. We had a miscommunication. A guy got behind us, and then they set up the, double pass, which if we could have got the ball back right there, it changes the momentum of the game. But listen, when you're in a rivalry game, guys are going to play good. They made some plays. There were a couple plays in the game too where we had, didn't run the pressure right. When the tight end caught the touchdown on the little crossing route, the guy comes, he's unblocked. So just things like that we got to correct. I think the biggest thing, just like the explosive plays, we got to eliminate that. And some of those were just caused by missed tackles in the perimeter. Some of those balls weren't completed very far, but turned into bigger gains. So we got to do a better job. I was proud of our guys for, our number one thing is get the ball. It's all about the ball. There's nothing more important you can do for your team than get turnovers. So our guys are buying into that, and we've got to keep that up.
Coach said yesterday that it's going to be a corner by committee with Travis out.
Right.
But with Omarion, with how he's been the starter the last couple weeks alongside Travis, with how he's played, does that give you more confidence that, at least that he'll be able to step up to that number one corner spot?
There's no doubt the more you play, especially in a new system, right? You're playing in every game you play, you gain more experience. So things slow down for you a little bit. So absolutely, the experience is everything. But we got some other guys that have ability, and they're going to get opportunities. And listen, when a guy goes down, it's next man up. It's somebody else's opportunity. And I think the guys have prepared this week, and they'll continue to prepare. So that's what we're looking for.
We've seen Carter Stoutmeyer a little bit this season. He didn't play against CSU. Is there a chance he could get back this weekend for you guys?
There's a chance he could get back, and I think Carter's done really good. He was banged up last week a little bit, so we'll see how he recovers. But tell you what, for a young player, he doesn't act like he's young. The stage wasn't too big for him when he got in there against Nebraska, and he did some really good things. So we're excited about him for the rest of the year.
Did you go against Bo Nix when he was at Auburn, when you were at Alabama? So what did you see from Bo Nix at Auburn, and what do you see from him now?
Well, first of all, I've known Bo since he was born. I watched him grow up. He and his dad and I, his dad's one of my best friends in the world. We coached at 3 different schools together. So I watched Bo grow up. I know what kind of competitor he is. He's a really good athlete. He was a good all-around athlete. When we played him at Auburn, when he was there, he was one of the better athletes on their team. He can continue plays with his feet. He's very aware of pressure when he gets it, and he can get out on the perimeter. He's very smart. In fact, it looks like to me, right? I think Dan and them have done a really good job with him. He understands what they want to do offensively, knows where the pressures are coming from, knows what coverages are what, sees the safety rotation. So I think they've done a good job of developing him.
Did your long-standing relationship give you any kind of advantage or help this week?
No, listen, they're practicing, we're practicing. Like I said, I just know him personally. I know he's a great young man. He's a great competitor, and he loves his game just like our guys do. And it's going to be a big challenge, but that's why we kick it off.
Coach, what makes Shiloh such a dominant player? What does he see or do in there?
Shiloh, first of all, he's a very intelligent young man, and he's very competitive. He's the personality, competitiveness is very similar to Bo. He's a competitive young man, but the thing that separates him is how much he studies and how much he prepares. He's bought in to what it takes to prepare, and when you do that and you see things and you study, you see it happen in the game. You anticipate it. And, you know, some of the plays he made the other night, he anticipated those plays. And, you know, on defense, it's always reaction. So anytime you can, you know, have an advantage to where I know I'm fixing to react to this, it gives you an advantage. But I think his intelligence and his work ethic is what separates him.
Coach, how close are Travis Jay and Jaquez Robinson to being able to help you guys?
They've had a lot more reps this week. Both of them have been banged up, but you know, they've worked good. I'll look at the film today and see, you know, see how they did. It seemed like they practiced, you know, better and at high speed. So hopefully we can get those guys back in there pretty quick.
One last question.
Coach, from a 30,000 foot view, can you kind of just evaluate how your defense has performed over the non-conference? 3 games, 3 different results, mixed bag.
Well, I mean, you know, giving up too many yards, but I think those yards are attributed to the explosive plays, and I don't think we've done a very good job of playing sudden changes in the game when things are going, you know, pretty good. I mean, you can take one series and it looks like, wow, and then something negative happens in the game, you know, don't play quite as good. You got to be able to put the fire out when bad things happen, and that's just part of football. What I do like is they play extremely hard, and they never lose their composure. And you know, other night, even when things started going bad, I mentioned this the first week. Sometimes it's like in a basketball game. Somebody gets hot shooting, you got to survive the run, and you got to make a play to win the game. I've not seen our guys lose composure this year, and that's sometimes when you're coming into a new situation where you got all new guys. Sometimes that's hard. That's a credit to those young men. But if we can eliminate the explosive play and keep creating turnovers, all right, I think we'll see ourselves get better and better.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.